Hello, hello, creative stampers. How are you on this wonderful Monday night for Monday Night Stamping? Hello, Joyce and Elaine, Betty, Mallory, Betty. So I've got Betty twice, but it's the same Betty. Hello, Betty. And she's saying hello, that she's from Fresno, California. All right. Wow. So we got a few people in the houses tonight. There's Luana. Luana, I just opened your Christmas card. It was so beautiful. I'll be sharing those later, not on tonight's video, but probably Wednesday. Anyways, it was very pretty though. And let's see, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to think twice and all right, and got Rosie and Chris in the house. I love it. Okay, so tonight is Monday Night Stamping. Tonight, oh, I know what I want to do. And tell you what we're going to do tonight. So, have you ever? My camera kind of fell, didn't it? Have you ever needed, like, you're sitting around trying to figure out? You're just like, I can't think of anything to do with this stamp, and sometimes you start scrolling through Pinterest, and oh my gosh, you're there for hours. Well, one thing I do when I get stuck is I go to the actual stamp set in the catalog and I look at the cards that the professional Stampin' Up people, the artisans, do, and see if maybe I can, they call it CASE, CASE, copy and share everything. And what it does is it helps get your inspiration going, your creativity going, but it also saves a lot of time, because when you scroll through Pinterest looking at everybody else's ideas of what they've done, that's just too much out there. But if you stay with the catalog, it's like, oh, okay, well, that was simple. So that is what I'm doing tonight. I was going through the catalog and I found a card that I liked, but I didn't want to do that stamp set. I wanted to do this other stamp set. So we're going to take the idea from, what is it? It was the year to celebrate on page 62 in the catalog, and I'm going to use the sparkling snowflakes instead. So that's what we're doing tonight. Before we get started though, let me switch my camera view. I do want to remind you that the card class for the card kit for December is a fun fold. And so you get 4 card designs, but you get enough to make 2 of each of the cards. You get all the written instructions. You get the video of me putting them together. The kit comes with the designer paper and the bling and the twine, and then all the pieces cut out. You can add the stamp set on if you don't have it, or you can just order the stamp set yourself. And but everything is cut out and prepared for you. You do have to cut your own designer paper, but other than that, I do everything else for you, and then I just give you instructions on how to put these cards together. So if you are interested in this card kit and you did not see the email that I sent out about it, you can email me and I will send you a link that's got the information and the different pricing options. Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's put that to the side and let's get out what I'm doing tonight. So here is the card that I liked. I thought this was a pretty cool idea, where they kind of got the strips kind of cut wonky, but stuck them together. And then they stamped with white heat embossing to make this background. And then they just put the sentiment on top. So that's what we're going to do, except we're using sparkling snowflakes instead of the year to celebrate. So let me move this over and move this over. So what I first need is some strips of paper. So what I did is I just took scraps of 2 different shades color. They were using petal pink and something else. I'm not sure, but I wanted these beautiful turquoise colors for my snowflakes. All right, and I cut them wonky. And what wonky means is just not in any particular straightness. It's just kind of, and none of them match. They're all different. They're all at different angles. Everything's different. Okay. And I cut enough of them so that I know that I'm going to cover 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to trim it down, and I'm going to use the the deckled rectangles to cut it out, but I want to make sure I have enough here. Okay, are you all with me? Okay, if you have any questions, be sure to put a question mark in front of your question so I can find it. I've got Linda from Australia in the house. Hello, Linda. No, not Linda, Lina. Sorry. And Pam. Hello, Pam and Vicky. All right. The card, let me pull back the catalog here. It goes light, dark, light, dark. So let's start with the light. And let's see. I'm going to do it like this, and then the dark will come in, and then a light, and then a dark, and a light, and a dark, and a light. Okay, that looks good. Whoops, let's turn that one around. Okay. There we go. Now we've got it all like I like it. And here I'm just going to get this base. It's just a scrap piece. It actually has where my red fingernail got on it. You have to be careful with red nail polish. Have you noticed that? If you like scrape your nail across it, it leaves a red mark. So not one of my other colors do that. Just my reds. Oh, well. So let's get this on here. I need some liquid glue. Oh, well, thank you, Jaylene. That's so sweet of you. She said she likes my videos. Thank you. All right, so let's get this on here. I'm going to put the one in the middle on first. And I'm going to have it go over the edge so that, I don't know, just because. Because I feel like it. All right, put that in there. And my dark ones are skinny at the top, fat at the bottom. My light ones are skinny at the bottom, fat at the top. That keeps the lines, that keeps it from going in a curving around. It keeps it going across the page. All right. There we go. I'm probably getting way too much glue on here, but that's all right. Matter of fact, why don't I just do the glue on the card? That way I know where the glue goes. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Okay. And get that. Whoops, we're just going to have a wee bit for that. Probably hardly going to have anything there. Okay, that's all right. There we go. Okay, and then this one goes this way. Yep. And this one can go that way, that way. There we go. All right. Now that I've got it like that, I put my rectangle on here, but I don't know where to put it because it's like that. So let me trim this off so I can see where I'm supposed to put my rectangle. Thanks, Vicky. Vicky said, I was just about to suggest putting the glue on the card. Yes, that made so much more sense. Oh, goodness. Come on, get off there. I'm kind of holding this funny. It's not cutting well. That's all right. It doesn't have to be exact. Like I said, I'm going to cut it out with the deckled rectangle. So there we go. Now, let me grab my cut and emboss machine. What did I do with my deckled rectangles? Here they are. Now I want the biggest I can get on here because the card base is just going to be a white card base. Will this work? Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh yeah, that is going to be perfect. And notice I just have a wee bit of the lagoon here and a wee bit of the lagoon there. So that's fine. And just put that there to hold it in place. Miss Margarita, how are you? You guys, Margaret on here. She's my college roommate and best bud for the last, I don't know, how long has it been? 400 years? It's always nice to see your bestie on the video. There we go. Oh, I tore it a little bit. Yikes. Be careful, you guys. The washi tape, when you press it through a embossing machine, sometimes gets so sticky that it tears your paper. That's all right. Okay, got that. So far, so good. Next thing we need is to decorate this. Now, like I said, I'm using the snowflakes. So we've got those, and then we've got all of this fun stuff. So first of all, if you've ever wondered what the embossing buddy's for, this gets the static off of your card so that the loose powder doesn't go anywhere except where you want it to go. And in this case, where the snowflakes are. So, and you need a protective surface because I'm going to go over the edges like that. And that. Go. Okay, and then get your other one and fill in. Okay, I'm thinking that looks great. I'm going to do one down here where it tore. Thanks. Thanks. That really did tear bad. Hopefully to camouflage it a little bit. We'll see. Might have made it worse, but oh well. Okay, now that we've got that on there, get the coffee filter out. And of course the white powder. And now we just cover all the snowflakes. Yay! Yeah, that's nice. How many of you like heat embossing? If you've never heard, Shelley Garner, the owner of Stampin' Up, it is her absolute favorite thing to do in card making. So whenever you see a card by Shelley Gardner, you know it's got to have embossing on it. Okay, let's get my heat gun out. Now this takes a minute, so be patient. And I have these nice tweezers to hold it so I don't burn my hand. Okay, and then you just hold it here over the powder until you see it start to melt. Like I said, it takes a minute. There we go. It's starting. Come on. Almost there. Just a couple more snowflakes. And then what you do is you hit it under the light. You can tell if you've missed because it's not shiny if it hasn't melted. Oh, goodness. Missed a lot of spots. Okay, let's see on this one. Yep. Whoops, that one flake there. All right, I think I got it. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's just where maybe the embossing powder didn't stick very well, like right there on the part that tore, but that's all right. Okay, so far so good. Now I've got a real special thing for you. You ready? Because it still just doesn't look right. So what I decided, if you know how much I love splattering. So I got the white craft ink, okay, and I'm just going to put a dot in here. Maybe. Come on. It's like, is it dried out? No. Okay, and then I'm going to get the water aqua brush. Here it is. And I'm going to squirt some water in there. Okay, mix it up real good. So I've made like a white liquid, like milk. And then I'm going to splatter. Oh, isn't that awesome? Oh, it's so cool. Okay, I know. I'm getting hyper. Okay. One of my absolute favorite things to do. Okay, I'll clean that up later. What are we going to do now? Now that we're going to let that dry, that's what we're going to do. All right, you dry while I get the sentiment done. So I have a 2-inch strip, okay, and that fits in the sparkling snowflake punch. So we're going to do that and just stick that right in there. Then we need our sentiment. Here's our sentiment. And I need the pretty peacock. Okay. Make sure that's nice and inked up. And I'm going to have my snowflake at the bottom. So I'm putting winter greetings here. Oh, no. Well, good thing you can turn it over. Yikes. You need to be careful on that. All right. Make sure I go straight down and straight up without tilting it so the edges don't get on there and make any extra marks. Oh, much better. Okay. All right, get that out of the way. And I want to get some twine. So we have a pack of different neutral colored twines. It has black and gray and crumb cake, white, and vanilla. So, but I just want the white here, and I'm going to wrap it around twice and with enough room to make a bow. So I need a little bit more. There we go. And then we take those same tweezers I used to hold my paper while I was heat embossing. And I'm going to hold my twine still while I try to tie a bow. Oh, come on. There we go. And pull that out. Tighten it up. All right. And then I'm going to pull it down. So it's like just right there. And I'm going to trim the greeting right there. Now, if you're not comfortable cutting a straight line across, use your paper trimmer, and that'll get a nice straight line. There we go. All right. So winter greeting, and that's going to go on here. How was I doing like that? Yeah. I'm going to do it this way. And dimensional. So we're almost done, and we're going to look at it with the catalog next to it and see how they compare. I noticed there was some wet splatter on there still. So I blotted it off. Kind of squished it a little bit, but that's okay. I'll cover it with the tag. Okay, here we go. Now, I haven't looked at the comments in a minute. Vicki says she never has any luck with embossing. Well, what problems do you have, Vicki? What can we do to help you? And Katie loves heat embossing. Linda, you're just finishing up the dishes. Well, we're glad you're here with us. I'm almost finished, but I'm going to go back over and share with you what I did. So you didn't totally miss it. There we go. All right, we've got that, and we need the card base. And the card base, like I said, is just white. It's a simple card base. Just fold that in half. Get the bone folder. Okay. Yep. Oh, that looks nice. And then just a few more dimensionals on this. You can see where I got that extra ink there. That was frustrating. Okay. All right. And then we're going to cover up this smush right there. And voila. All right. So now let's compare it to the one in the catalog. Where'd the catalog go? Here we go. What do you think? So they had this great idea of using scrap paper back here and then making it look like a whole piece of paper by stamping across it like that and cut it out. I've got too much water in my white ink and it kind of made it wash out, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I don't have on here? I don't have any bling on here. That's what we need. We need some bling. Oh. Let's see. Should we go with, we've got all kinds to choose from. Let's see. Silver. Nah. Clear. Always a good choice. Let's see. We have silver. Oh, we have those that are kind of that color of paper, the festive pearls. Silver and gold. Nah. Oh, white. Ooh, that's really pretty. Oh gosh, now I can't. Oh, now we've got the pretty peacock ones. Gosh, there's so many, and pearlescent ones. Oh gosh, too many choices. Y'all are gonna have to help me. Do we go with white or do we go with green? Patty, I'm glad you like this technique. I can't wait to see what you make. Be awesome. Tina says, oh my, that's so beautiful with the white snowflakes. How do you come up with those beautiful ideas? Well, Tina, I came up with that idea from the catalog. That's what tonight's whole stamping thing was about, is when you're stuck on trying to come up with a new idea, to go to the catalog and see if you can copy something that they've done and put your own twist on it. Awesome. Okay. And Vicky says it's probably just a lack of practice with the technique. Yeah, you just have to, the way you stamp the Versamark and then the powder. And you do want to use that embossing buddy first. That does help for not letting the loose powder get everywhere. Inka is just coming from Creating with Sharon on her mystery stamping. So that's cool. Awesome. All right. What are you guys saying? You're saying white bling, white it is, you guys. That was easy. All right. So we're going to go with the white. Oh, come on. There we go. I'd forgotten I'd cut one side of it off. And I need some tweezers. All right. So let's do one up here and get a big one with it. Big and small and small. And some over here. Yeah. Does that look good? Yeah. Well, that looks awesome. Of course, like I said, it's kind of an iridescent white, but it looks really cool. It doesn't look the same on the camera as it does in me just looking at it live. It looks more white when I look at it, but it looks more fluorescent where y'all on the film. So interesting, but yeah, it really does. It's pretty. You all have a blessed night. Don't forget. So I have been getting Christmas cards from you all, and I will be sharing them. I wasn't ready to share them tonight, but I did want to remind you that the Fun Fold class is available still until the 10th. So it's available till what, Sunday, I think. And it's 4 fun folds, and you get enough to make the 8 cards. And if you have not gotten an email with the information, just send me a message and I'll get the link to you. Okay, you guys, y'all have a blessed night, and I will see y'all Wednesday for Card Challenge Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye.